My name is Stella Eneyang, your queen of talk, and I welcome you to another episode of the program, Tango with ST. I have with me Fatima IRREDEEMABLY.
Hi everyone, you're welcome to another edition of the program.
Okay, it's good to have you here again.
Good to be here too.
Okay, today we're going to talk about the issue of parents who encourage children who are not old enough, who are not working, to bring home money. What is your take?
It's very wrong because if you allow your children to be the breadwinner of your home, invariably you're making them to go into other vices to get money. When the responsibility becomes too much, they do everything, anything to bring money home.
All right, before you get it all wrong, when we say children, we mean young children who are not working, who are still in school, who you know for a fact that they do not have a source of income, and they are bringing home money or things that they can't afford, and you just keep encouraging them to go ahead.
Yes.
So that you don't get it all wrong.
They bring home iPhones, they bring home expensive things, they wear bone straight ribbons, and you know the amount you give them for pocket money, and you keep quiet. They even come back home and give you some things or give you some change. You're quiet.
You just collect
it. Are you helping the society?
You're not helping yourself.
You're not helping your child, you're not helping yourself, you're not helping the society.
I remember while it's growing up, we had this older friend who had friends that were into these dealings, So one of the days he bought a car and brought it home.
A car.
He bought a car and brought it home. That was in the late 90s or early 90s. When he took it home, he got back home. When the father got home, he didn't even say anything, just told him, wherever you brought that car from, take it back. I was shocked. You know why I was shocked? The way everyone knew the father was one of these dudes
that people think ordinarily he would have welcomed that,
yes,
take it from the child and wow, my son, you did well. Well, I don't care. After all, yes, my son has a car.
I was so shocked because someone who was still in the university, you understand. And in fact, as a matter of fact, the man earned my respect.
Yeah.
For that. He told the guy to take the car.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. But these days, it's a different ball game.
I'm telling you, my own father of blessed memory, if you bring home anything he knows he did not buy for you, you're in trouble. And then I was afraid, growing up, I was afraid of taking gifts from people. Because if you give me the gift, I'll ask you, where do I tell my daddy I got it from? You understand? Where do I tell him I got it from?
See, you know why you were talking, I just laughed. I was still in, I can't remember, was it JS1 or 2 or primary school or thereabout? It was Valentine. And someone bought me biscuits, there was a Bible, a small Bible in it, and what again? I was so scared, as in, so where will I say I got these things? And my father, he would why did he give you this thing?
Yes.
I said, it's just Valentine. He said, for what? What did you do? And he because he had a lot of girls, he was really protective of each and every one of us. That was then, So these days, it amazes me when I see a parent telling a child, a girl, you're still asking for money to buy sanitary towels when your mates are already doing. Do you understand?
Doing it yourself. Can't you see? They'll tell you, can't you see the other girl in the neighborhood? She's already driving a car. She got a shop for her mom. Her mother is selling things and all that. I mean, come on. Come on. One thing I want parents to know is you decided you wanted a child and God gave you a child.
True.
You are the shepherd of that child. You should take care of that child so that in future the child will take care of you. Most girls these days, they fall into trouble, they become prey to all these rich men that gives them money, or women. And at the end of the day, they end up not having a future. So what have you as a parent done to your child and to yourself?
You know, it's amazing. Sadly, it's the norm, is the evil that is becoming a norm.
Yes,
now the truth is, most people count it as poverty, but I know in the past, people who were even poorer than the situations that we are in right now, they raised amazing children. You understand?
The right way, telling them you don't take gifts from people. You need to know why. What was that person giving you? Then my father, why did he give you the gift? For what? What are you going to use to pay in return? What's he expecting from you? And when you bring up your child that way, I don't know, your child will be contented with whatever they have.
You know, contentment is key. If you raise your children to be satisfied with what you give to them, they will grow up to always be contented with whatever they have. You know, I'm not saying it's okay to remain in that state of not having at all, but I believe for a fact that if you work hard, a time would come you would have at least something to fall back on.
Exactly.
You understand? It's so painful to see these days, especially, I don't know, is social media one of the main factors for the uprise in this thing?
Exactly. It is. Because when you go on social media, all you see is life is all good and rosy. And then you see the young girls who are still naive, who don't know their left from right, will like, okay, what stops me from getting it? They will want to live that same life.
You know what? Let's go on a short break. And when we come back, we'll just quickly talk about the effect of social media on this issue of parents encouraging children to give back even when they are not in that position to give. It's still the program Tango with Esther, with the Queen of Talk, Stella N.A.M., and with Fatima here. Fatima Ibrole is my co-host on this episode. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still the program Tango with Esther, with the Queen of Talk, Stella N.A.M. Fatima Ibrole is my co-host, and we've been talking about the problem of parents who encourage children who are not old enough to give back to them, to collect things that they know for a fact that they do not earn.
In other words, take up their responsibility.
All right. So, do you think, before we went on the break, we talked about social media. For me, social media has its good side.
It has its own advantage and it has its disadvantage. But it's just so unfortunate that most of these young girls or boys these days, they pick from the social media. And again, the things they propagate on social media, you understand? Cut soap for me, give me soap, give me that, those things. It makes children get curious. What's it about? They want to know, and when they know, they want to practice. So social media has its good part, because a lot of people made their first money from social media,
and people are still
some are still making money from social media,
and we are still making ours as well.
And then social media is also a reach out channel. But everybody, when you go to social media, you have your reason for going to social media. I have my reason for going to social media. You have your reasons. For different reasons, some people are on social media. But it's just unfortunate that some people are there for the wrong reasons.
Okay, so what would you say about the parents who encourage these children? Because if my child comes home with a phone that is worth so much,
You didn't buy.
I
Is she
didn't-
working?
She's not working.
Is she, even if she's working, you know her salary. You should know how she got it.
Yes. And also, even if she can afford, there are some things that you can afford that you know for a fact that it's way too much at that age,
Yes.
you know. But I don't know if it's this competition thing, you know,
I think it
especially
is.
women,
It is.
you know.
Even the boys now are in it.
You know, it's a terrible situation.
Very, very terrible
So
situation.
the message out is that parents and guardians shouldn't encourage their wards who aren't old enough to bring home some things. Stop encouraging them, because the more you encourage, when you encourage a child, if a child brings something to you, a gift that you know that he or she cannot afford,
Yeah.
and you applaud the person, oh, my child is doing this, my child bought me this and all that. You're not thinking about how did he or she get this
Get
money.
the money.
Of course, he would do more. If he did something very little, some evil thing that you think is little to do that first one, for you to have applauded him or her,
And
he would go
accept
and
it.
do a higher
Worst.
one and all that. And at the end of the day, sometimes, like we hear stories, you might end up being the one that he will use at the end of the day for the final one.
You just said it.
That's
You just
it.
nailed it.
That's it.
So parents, take up your responsibilities
honestly.
and leave your children out of it. Take care of your children. It shouldn't be the other way around. So we could stop all this
You know,
menace.
recently I saw a video
Yeah.
about a small boy. He brought a car home and they were all rejoicing. They were drinking and all that. The woman was dancing and they said, what happened? Said the boy has hammered. The word as in,
Hammer.
he has
made
hit,
it.
He made some money.
He had
From
made
doing
some
what?
I know.
You know, then tomorrow something happens and that guy gets hit by someone, maybe in the course of trying to get more.
Get money.
And she
Yeah.
will be wailing, I mean crying that, oh, they've killed an innocent boy. And most of the time we see some things on social media.
They go mad.
No, it's not even about going mad. We just hear things and we're like, no, because we're sympathetic. We say, oh, what a young chap, what a young girl, what, you know, you don't know that the guardians
Actually
pushed them into
it.
such.
Yeah.
So if your child comes home, even the little boy in primary school, in kindergarten, comes home with a
Pen, yeah,
that is
pencil.
not his, that's how it starts. Make sure you send that boy to take it back. That's how it starts.
Mhm.
You know, and the sad part is we have people in leadership who the younger ones look up to, who are doing the wrong things, and because they are making it, they just like, well, if this person can do it, so what
Funny enough, some parents will say, I bought you math set yesterday. You said it's meeting. Somebody stole it. Steal somebody's own.
that's it.
Hello.
That's how it starts. So if you don't nip it while they're still budding,
Mm-hmm.
then you have problems in the future. And when a child is bad, it's you that will be disgraced.
Exactly.
So the message is, nip it now. Do not encourage your girls, your boys to take up responsibilities they are not old enough to take up.
Mm-hmm.
And also, apart from taking up responsibilities, they shouldn't be having things for themselves that they can't afford.
Exactly.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
If it's a small phone that he or she, you can afford, or he or she can afford, given the kind of job that he or she is doing or what you're doing, let that be. Teach them contentment.
Exactly.
Contentment is key in this
Very,
life.
very key.
Even as an adult, contentment is key. So the message is, like we have said, teach them contentment. Don't encourage them going into one vice or the other to make money. Because Mr. A's son bought a car, so you tell your son, is that not your mate buying a car?
After
You're
all
encouraging
fingers
him.
are not equal.
Yes, you're encouraging him or her to get into evil deals. So teach them contentment. Your last words, Fatima.
My last word still is, parents, please, please, don't push your responsibilities to your children. Please, please.
All right, like she has said, don't push your responsibilities to the children. Take care of them. When they grow older, we pray that they'll be able to take care of you as well. On this note, I would say goodbye on this edition of the program, Tango with Esty, with your Queen of Talk, Stella Enea. Do the right thing, teach your children contentment, and stay safe. Bye from me and from Fatima Irole.
It's bye-bye.
Don't forget to subscribe,
Share,
don't forget to share,
like,
and leave a comment.
comments.
Bye for now.
Bye.